just parked at Northley, which is in the Cotswolds, just north of Whitney, and I'm just walking down the track, I'll show you, to Northley Roman Villa, which is where I came 3 years ago now. So I remember this as a pretty large U-shaped villa. I think the fourth side was a gatehouse and arch, I guess, for people to come in. I do remember from last time that the ranges were quite big, and I think it had 2 bathhouses, so it was obviously substantial. I just read the literature on it, it's in the AA book, and they reckon it was probably Romano-British, so native people that took on Roman culture, wealth, and wanted to show their status. Beautiful countryside here. Just have a look at this. Got my MG top on. Yesterday we went to the MGs in the park show at the Cotswold Wildlife Centre. Great place to go actually, not just for the cars. Lovely animals. So lots of giraffes, rhinoceroses. I'm sure there's a plural for that, but I don't know what it is. Rhinoceri, who knows. Interesting, they were white rhinos, quite big. Just made me think of a triceratops. What a triceratops would look like in terms of gait and perhaps size. Now, here we go, I can see the villa coming up now. I'm just going to give you a look over the site. There you go. If I can zoom this in. There we go. I think the covered area in the foreground is covering a mosaic. I couldn't get into it last time. I'm going to try this time though. Anyway, more in a bit. I'll show you this. I don't know my birds of prey, but I thought I saw red on that. Whether that's a red kite. Getting close. Just got one more lane to go. Villa. Okay, so getting close now, just walking down the track. Show you. Here we go. Now, I think if I remember right, the actual entrance to the villa would actually be near. Right, if you can see it, there's a little placard on the far side of the field. It's difficult to see because the sun's shining on. I think that would have been where the gatehouse range would have been. Anyway, here we go. There we are, coming up to the... Oh, it's an English heritage one. There you go. Let's have a look at the sign. If we can get in, I'm going to go and have a look. Let's have a look over the villa. Here we go. the largest in Britain. In the early 4th century AD, it had 4 bath suites, 16 mosaic floors and 11 rooms with underfloor heating. It was abandoned after Roman rule ended in Britain in the early 5th century AD. And you can see the low stone walls of 2 of the 3 wings once surrounded the central courtyard. Wow. I'm going to see if we can see the mosaic. This is the far end of the range. I should have said actually where I started. If you saw those semicircular remains, it says those were the bathhouse on the main living range. So I'm just going to walk around here, just look back. There you go, looking back now on the main living range. That wooden bit in front, that's where they've protected some fragile walls. Looks like best preserved of 19 mosaics, the one that's on here. Room was probably a dining and reception room. I say this in the Roman word triclinium, featuring colourful painted wall plaster and fine furniture. During formal meals, the owner, family and honoured guests would recline on couches at the far end of the room, with less important visitors sitting at tables. Mosaic floors are a visible expression of their wealth. Their creation took many hours and produced a luxurious effect. The most sophisticated Roman mosaics included scenes from mythology, but despite their prosperity, the North Lee owners had simple tastes. All of their mosaics feature patterns or simple stylized pictures. Well, actually, maybe the reason for that is that they weren't Romans, they were Romano-British. Yeah, let's see if I can get you to have a look at this mosaic. No, I can't. It's a shame. I don't know whether I can show it through the trap. See it through. Oh, there you go. Oh, wow, that's cool. I didn't think that would work through the window. Look at that. Oh, I should be doing Phil from Tony. Oh, Tony, look at that. Proper mosaic that is, Tony. That's great, isn't it? I'm really pleased that I picked it up on the phone because it's difficult to see. Brilliant. Like it's in situ because the walls around it look undisturbed. I think they've just built up the shelter around it, which is really good. I don't know. Well, it suggested, because it said it was the best preserved, that they may have found more mosaics, but that seems to be the only one that's on display. The others have been reburied or lifted and put in a museum. I don't know. There's some more research on that. Now I think, and I'm pretty sure I remember this right, I have to go back and look at the map, that this far end, so if you imagine a U shape, I'm now at the top right of the vertical, or at the top of the vertical of the right arm of the U, and I think it was here, it said there was another set of bathhouses. I don't know if these are them. They're not semicircular like the other ones. I'll just swing round. So we're at the top end. I'm going to call it the top end, which I think was the entrance to the villa. So you can see the left-hand range there, main living range at the top, dog running in the middle. This would have been a courtyard, I think. And then the right-hand range basically is just signified by that long grass there. I don't know if they found remains there, or I assume they just reburied it, but don't know. Anyway, let's have a look at this placard and see what it says. So, the Villa Courtyard. So, sorry about the shadow. I don't know if I can get this without. There we go. That's probably about the best I can do. So, I'll read it now. It says, you are standing just inside the main Villa Courtyard, looking across to the main range. This is where I'm pointing. Gives a sense of the impressive scale of the buildings. Courtyard was a focus for busy life of the villa. Family who lived here may have been an extended one, as some grand villas has accommodated several generations. At North Lee, this might explain the unusual provision of 3 bath suites. Now, I said 4 earlier. It keeps changing its mind. Some of the plaques say 3, some of them say 4. I don't know. That's English Heritage. Got to sort that one out. Life in the villa, very comfortable for the family with access to both the best local agricultural products and imported luxuries bought from sophisticated nearby towns such as Cirencester. What else have we got? It says here, a forger's hoard was discovered in the furnace room of the North Baths. It includes bronze bars, pellets and blanks used in the forging process. Wow. And finished coins. The coins are mostly low value, probably made because of a shortage of officially minted small change. There you go. You heard it here first, folks. A forgery in Roman times. I guess that's called quantitative easing, is it now? Yeah, so maybe the Romans invented quantitative easing. There you go. There you go. So one more thing, and I know I'm going to quote Time Team here. I know when I looked at Time Team that this is the main buildings. You'll note on the left here there's a line of stone going up there. Now I'm just wondering, I'd have to look back at the illustrations again, whether that was a covered, is it a portico they call it? Basically like a walkway just outside the main buildings, usually covered, I think. That would give them access into the courtyard as well. Don't know. Could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. Now here's a good view of, I'm not sure how much of this is the bath suite. Up there, there's 2 semicircular bays. Did notice there's one here, I'm not sure what that is, but I know those 2 at the top are something to do with the baths. Brilliant. Look at that. Just set in beautiful countryside this is. Let's look at that sky. Just beautiful. Beautiful blue sky. I mean, you know, what more could you want? I've just got to show this up close because this reminds me, I know they said this was the bath suite, so maybe one was cold, one was hot, or vice versa. I think the Romans used to start or end with a cold one. Might be wrong there. Anyway, interesting. Just looking with the plunge pool or whatever it was at my back.